Influencers always end up selling something, whether that be a coffee, a cookbook, a protein powder. But I have never seen an influencer create period underwear. So I was very intrigued when Shelby from Shelbizleee and Catherine Kellogg from Going Zero Waste created their own brand of period underwear. These are two influencers that I really admire, and I'm a huge fan of period underwear. So I wanted to put these to the test. Do these compare to the other leading brands of period underwear? Are they truly sustainable? Do they actually work? Are they comfortable? So let's do an unboxing and my full honest review. Because I really want to see, is this influencer brand different than the rest of them? Or is it truly an influencer brand? Hello everyone, it's Emma and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all sorts of things zero waste, focusing on free, easy, and fun ways to live low waste. And I love doing brand reviews, and I haven't done a standalone brand review like this in a long time. I typically do like a bunch of brands all together of the same product and then review them head to head. But this brand, it deserves its own video. Also, something to note, I am kind of between sizes. Whatever size it was could have been the top end of the large or the small end of the extra large, so I just ordered one of each. And we'll see which truly fits best and how they are true to size. Something to note though about their sizing is they are size inclusive. They go up to a 3X and they have a few color selections as well as a few different styles. First, let's admire the packaging. Look how small this box is, and everything is plastic free. Oh my gosh. Wow, much softer than I thought. But the photos are deceiving. First off, the photos, I thought they were cotton. Recycled polyester is the body, and then the gusset was organic cotton spandex. Also on their website, when I saw the designs, there was like a line right here. So I thought that the gusset was only gonna go like not all the way up and all the way back, but it does. It goes all the way to the back and all the way to the front, which I love. That was my biggest critique with many brands of period underwear. Let's see, this is high absorbency, high waist brief. Love the color, very cute. It's so soft. I'm curious how this will hold up over time because many period underwear that I have tried that are made out of this material end up having some gapping here, like in the butt, but this actually has elastic around the entire thigh hole. Another critique I have right away is this really thin waistband. Look how thin that is. I just don't think that's going to be very comfortable being very thin. Let's move on to the next one because I did get one of each style. Okay, so same material. This is all on me. I should have ordered the boy shorts in an extra large and the briefs in the large. I did it the other way around. This feels like it runs small. These feel much more roomy. Like the fabric on the body, I can kind of stretch it. Can you see me through there? It's pretty thin, but the fabric on these, oh my gosh, is so thick. So I'm not sure these are gonna stretch. Ew, they look really small. The waistband is different, similar but different. It's still a really thin waistband, but still durable. The gusset, once again, goes all the way up to the back, all the way up to the front. I don't think these are going to be very comfortable. They look like they're going to give wedgies. Wow, this feels very durable and high quality. Also, as a brand, they sell a couple other things. I think they sell like a face oil, some other things, and they also sell this tank top. Once again, I wanted to see the quality of the products. This is what I was expecting the period underwear to feel like. 95% cotton, 5% spandex. Something to note is these are designed in the USA, made in China. Not that that means anything good or bad, but it does increase the emissions since it's not made in the US and they are a US-based brand. That's tiny. It's going to be more like a bra, I think. And then this is a medium, which I probably should have gone up in a large, but I was confidently in the medium category when I took my measurements. Boy shorts forced. I think I said forced. I don't think they look that bad, but they feel bad. We'll see if they like stretch out at all. I would rather use them than return them because like they're not terribly uncomfortable. But for these, I would say if you're between sizes like I am, the boy short run a little bit small, so go for the next size up. But let's try the briefs. They truly are high-waisted. These are comfy. The briefs as well, I would agree. If you're between sizes, go for the next size up. This is comfortable, it's not too big, and I do think that the large would have been too tight. As a whole though, I would say that they run a little bit small compared to other period underwear brands. I usually get a size large in other brands, and I was the low end of the extra large, as I said. It might be a safe bet to just size up in general, but especially if you're close between sizes, go for a size up. All right, it is my first time using the period underwear this week. So far, I just put a pair on, and I'm on day 2. So that means today's a heavy day. I'm just gonna wear them as long as I possibly can muster to see how long they last and how much they hold. I'm wearing the blue ones. I think the pink ones, they're the pink ones. Mochi likes to lay in my period underwear basket, so these were all covered in cat fur, so I had to wash them. And that is where they dry. They dry in my kitchen. More unaesthetic ways that I live zero waste in the RV in this video. Those blue ones lasted about, be generous and say 4 hours. Probably less. Again, this is the heaviest day of my period, but not terribly impressed with how long those lasted. I'm trying the pink ones now, the briefs. They are more comfortable than I thought they would be on for being a size too small. Okay, so far I think that these pink briefs are holding up much better. I think they are more absorbent than the blue ones, just based off of what I have done today. They're doing pretty good in the back, like they're not riding up and giving me a wedgie, but up front they're like kind of curling at the front of the thigh, and we'll see if they hold up on the wall. Sorry, I don't want to get him hyped. So far, enjoying the briefs much more than I thought I would, and I think they're more absorbent. So, I have tried the underwear for several months now. Let's talk about my final thoughts, not only on how well they work, how effective they are, but also my final thoughts on Kayaness as a brand. Let's start with the brand thoughts first, because I wanted to do some digging on this brand. Is this an actually eco-friendly brand? My final conclusion, I like to hope that it is, but there is not enough proof on their website to determine if it is or not. And that is upsetting. But their website is so vague that it does kind of come across as greenwashing to me. Again, I don't think they actually are. I really, really hope that they're not. So on their About section, their tagline is literally sustainable menstrual underwear for all, which is great. That is a great tagline to have. Then why are you also selling tank tops? Why are you also selling a body oil and a body salve? Are you a period underwear brand, or is this just like a merch line? They're pulling in two different directions. It's just really vague. Total, their About section, it talks a few lines about ingredients, a few lines about materials used, a few lines about recycled products, but I would love a deep dive here. Not necessarily like a whole dissertation, a whole blog post about each topic, but each topic could have their own paragraph with a few statistics, I think. Then I went to the page for the actual underwear themselves, where we did get a breakdown of the ingredients, which I think is also on the tag. The body itself is 100% recycled polyester. The gusset is 95% organic cotton, 5% spandex. And then like the inside lining is 100% polyester, not recycled on the lining. And then of course, with the uptick in questions about PFAS and lead and cadmium and other harsh ingredients in our period products, they do address that on their website briefly. They keep saying that they go through rigorous testing, which I eventually found on their FAQ page. I wish it was linked right there on the shopping page for the period underwear so people didn't have to dig for it, but I did find it, and they do have this chart right here with the test results. But what does this mean? The exterior fabric, for example, has 27 parts per million milligrams per kilogram of PFAS in it. So they're not PFAS free. Not that they market as such, but something to note that they are not PFAS free. But is this an acceptable amount of PFAS? Is this a healthy amount of PFAS? Should we be concerned about these numbers? I don't know. They do not expand on this, and honestly, my research, what I could find from my research about PFAS included like ingesting, via our water or something. There was not really, from what I could see, a recommended level of safe PFAS for our clothing. Sorry, but none of us are scientists. We don't know what this means. We don't know how to interpret this. A little explainer. Just a couple sentences explaining like, yes, our underwear do have PFAS in them, but this is far below the threshold. I don't think they have something to hide, but the vagueness just is a little bit of a red flag to me. Why are you being so vague if you have nothing to hide? Also do state though that they are tested at regular intervals, but the results that they have posted were from July 2023. A year and a half ago, and the underwear were very clearly a different color. Here's the color from the test. Here's the color that I have now. So like it's a totally different product, which makes me wonder like what's the results of these new underwear? I'm sure it's expensive, I know. But again, like the bar is really high because these are some sustainability experts and this is supposed to be a very sustainable, very healthy product. And I wish that was explained on their website. There were some other things that just kind of screamed sus to me on their website. Under here it says, we carefully source our materials from reputable factories recognized for producing safe and environmentally friendly textiles. And like, yeah, I get it. You can't give away your recipe, you can't give away your product secrets, but what is the name of this textile? Why are these textiles so renowned for being safe? Nothing. No explainer here. Just trust us. We carefully source our materials. The good news here is this is third-party tested. It's not like they're testing it in their home by themselves and just saying, yep, we're good. It is a legitimate test. It is a third-party test, and that is really, really good to see. I just simply urge them to explain the results of the test in plain language for those of us who do not understand how to read this chart or what a safe level of PFAS is. Because like I can read the chart, but is it good or bad? I don't know. One other thing that I did not like from their website was about manufacturing. Again, on the FAQ page, our textile products are designed in the USA and manufactured in Hong Kong. We do not use a third-party manufacturer. Our products are made in-house by our own company. Our workers are paid fair wages, and our facility upholds high safety standards. Again, these are great, but it's vague. How is this facility implementing safe working practices? How is your facility implementing fair wages? Are your employees allowed to unionize? You know, etc. I would love to see more information about these working conditions. I know you gotta protect your secrets and all, but as a concerned customer who is concerned about the environment and the people, as I'm sure much of their audience is, I would love to see this expanded on. So overall, their website, the vagueness really disappointed me. The bar was really, really high, considering who it is making these products. And I surely thought that they would be top priority at making sure their brand did not appear to be greenwashing. I have full faith in them. I really, really do not think, and I really hope, that they are not trying to greenwash us. But because of the vagueness, give me a red flag, right? Like, I'm not gonna full on say it's greenwashing, but it's so vague that it's hard to say 100% for a fact this is not greenwashing. For now, let's talk about the actual period underwear. The boy short, which I surprisingly liked. I don't normally like boy shorts, but I wanted to test them for this video. As I said in the try-on, both of these run a tad bit small. They have stretched out over the months just a little bit. It could be more comfortable had I gotten the correct size. You know, you normally size up. I would probably go ahead and size up with this brand. And then we have the brief. This was definitely my favorite of the two. So comfortable. This one actually is an extra large. This one fits me really, really well. This is probably my true size in their brand. My favorite part is that the padding goes all the way up to the butt and all the way up to the front. This is my biggest critique with any period underwear that I try. This, truly so comfortable. I've sat in them all day long. I have walked in them all day long. I have hiked. I have rock climbed in them. I like this material because it is kind of moisture wicking. It is good for just lounging around or for doing activities. Some period underwear are made of like 100% cotton and they can get so sweaty and gross if you're doing any activities. This is great for activities. I like the waistband of this one a little bit better. Both of them are really, really thin, as you can see, like really, really thin. But this one is also like thin fabric, and this one's really, really thick fabric. It really cuts into my stomach. So I don't really like that either of them have a really small waistband. But the downside is I really don't think these are as high absorbent as they claim to be. They claim to hold 3 to 4 tampons worth, and I don't even really have that heavy of a period. Day 2 is pretty heavy, and I normally change a tampon every 4 to 6 hours, which like is not even really considered heavy. These I leaked through within just a couple hours. Trigger warning, I'm going to show the photos in a few seconds. I'll give you a final warning. Just skip ahead about 20 seconds or so if you don't want to see the photos. Okay, so they're going up now. Both of them. The boy short and this one leaked through in just a few hours, and not just a little bit of a leak through. These were major leaks. And I tested them other days of my cycle, and it held up on lighter days, it held up on medium days, so keep that in mind. But if you have a heavy day or just a heavy period in general, probably not a good option for you. Probably something that you'll have to double up with, like a tampon, a menstrual disc, or a menstrual cup. Yeah, this one even says on the tag, heavy absorbency. Does this one too? Heavy absorbency. I would disagree because I really don't have that heavy of a period. And on my heavy day, it didn't even last nearly as long as some of the other brands that I have tested. In short, for the actual underwear themselves, I love the fit. I love the style. I love the fabric. They're comfortable. The padding goes all the way up, which is comfortable. Would I recommend this brand off of comfort alone? Absolutely. Would I recommend this brand off of absorbency? Depending on you and your body. And would I recommend this brand based on sustainability? 75%. The website is just too vague for me to be able to determine that this brand is truly 100% sustainable. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they have good intentions. I like to think that they are a truly sustainable brand, especially considering who they are. I really hope that, capitalism hasn't gotten a hold of them and they're trying to greenwash us. Their website just gives me greenwashy vibes because of just how vague it is. And also that the products that they sell don't really match their mission statement. A very clear indicator on if a brand is greenwashing or not is third-party certifications, such as B Corp, for example, among others, and you can learn more about those eco certifications in this video. That's not the end-all be-all, because it is expensive. It is time-consuming to get those certifications. For example, Plain Products. A truly sustainable brand, they don't have any of those certifications. But how do I know that they're a sustainable brand? They explain this stuff on their website. Their website is very honest. They have been honest every step of the way, every time I email them. Very, very clear answers, in depth, and also honest about their mistakes. They acknowledge that Plain Products, that shipping their bottles back does have an environmental impact. It's not perfect. And again, this is a very small startup as well. Perhaps this is just their baseline website. Perhaps they're working on it and they're going to expand on this stuff in the future. I'm not going to completely discount them. Right now, November 2024, it's very hard to look at this website and say with 100% fact, this is a 100% sustainable brand. I'm trying to hit on every point here. I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I know not every brand is perfect, but there's just so many little things that they could expand just a little bit more on their website, right? Just expand a little bit more on the tests of your PFAS results, just to help me understand what this means. Expand just a little bit more about what makes your materials so healthy and so eco-friendly, because you can't just say, our materials are eco-friendly. I would like a little bit of proof, personally, and I'm sure many other environmentalists would as well when they are shopping for sustainable brands. Some other good things to note about the brand, though, is that I really liked that the box that came in was so small. It did ship entirely plastic-free. I like that they use cotton. Like that they use recycled plastic for the most part. They are doing some good things. Long story short, I wish that their website expanded a little bit more on these ethical and environmental issues that many of us care about, that I know many of their audience members care about. I will continue to use these underwear. They are a good quality, and I'd probably put them in like the middle section of my favorite period underwear. They're not in like my top 3 to 5 brands. They're definitely not in the bottom. They're a good middle option, I think. So they're $32, which I would say is about average for period underwear. They're not the cheapest. They're not the most expensive. They might be on the higher end. Are you getting what you pay for? Mostly. I wish they were more absorbent for what you're paying for, especially because they are marketed as high absorbency. I still highly respect Shelby. I still highly respect Catherine. I still follow both of them and watch their content. They have been inspirations to me for many years. I watched both of them before I started any of my own platforms. And I will continue to support them. I will continue to give their brand shoutouts when I have the need to. So please don't take this as hate or slander. This is just simply an honest review of their brand. I paid for all these products with my own money. Take that as you will. I can see that time and care went into the designs. I just wish that we got that same in their website, because as consumers, especially consumers of ethical and environmental products from ethical and environmental creators, I think we deserve to know what we are buying with 100% fact. I already have a very high bar based off period underwear that I have tested. Check out more of my reviews up here. And the bar is already high because of who created it. I think that also really impacted my review as well. I was expecting the best of the best, and I don't think that I got that. And that is fine. Not every product is going to be perfect. Not every product is going to be the best. And that is okay. Anyway, let us know what you think. Would you try this brand? Have you checked out their website? Do you have similar thoughts to me on the vagueness of their website? And once again, read my full thoughts in the blog post. It does dive a little bit deeper into each of these categories, and have the bits and pieces from their website as well. If you have any more brands that you would like me to review, let me know down below. I love doing brand reviews. I've actually never done a brand review like this. Normally I review several different brands head to head very briefly. This is the first I've like really dug into a brand like this. Let me know what style of brand reviews you prefer as well. The other one that I used to do, or this new version. Anyway, speaking of brand reviews, you can check out the full brand review playlist up here. But that is all that I have for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for making it all the way to the end. I appreciate your time. I will see you in the next video, but until then, remember that your small actions make a big difference in the long run. Bye, guys. You don't have to give specifics, right? We're not like, I know you gotta oh my gosh.